Human beings throughout history have documented themselves. But today the most common is a selfie. A selfie is a photo that you take of yourself with someone or something. But it's gotten so common that some pretty famous places are putting their foot down and making the act illegal. That's right, illegal. You can actually get arrested, and some have, for taking selfies at these places. Here are the top 14 places where it is illegal to take a selfie. Number 1, Mecca. Mecca, which is located in Saudi Arabia, is the holiest of Muslim cities. Muhammad, the founder of Islam, was born in Mecca. All devout Muslims attempt a pilgrimage to Mecca at least once in their lifetime. Because it is sacred, only Muslims are allowed to enter the city. Mecca is a place for prayer. It is not a place for selfies. There are no selfies allowed at Mecca. Number 2, Westminster Abbey. One of the most popular landmarks to tour in London is the Westminster Abbey, and is one of the most important Gothic buildings in the country. Westminster Abbey has been the coronation church for the British monarch since 1066. And over 3,300 people have been buried at the Abbey, including Henry V and some very famous non-royals such as Isaac Newton and Charles Darwin. In order to retain the sacred and intimate nature of the building, no selfies are allowed inside. Number 3, the Sistine Chapel. The Sistine Chapel is a large chapel in the Vatican City. It attracts more than 5 million visitors each year. It is renowned for its Renaissance art, especially the ceiling painted by Michelangelo. Built in the 1470s under Pope Sixtus IV, from whom it takes its name, the Sistine Chapel is more than just Vatican City's most popular tourist destination. It is the place where the Catholic cardinals pick the new pope. The Sistine Chapel's frescoed ceiling has held up remarkably well for 5 centuries since it was completed. And the Catholic Church would like to keep it that way. So in the Sistine Chapel, there are no selfies. Number 4, the Alamo. On February 23, 1836, a Mexican force numbering in the thousands began a siege of Fort Alamo. Though tremendously outnumbered, the Alamo's 200 defenders held out courageously for 13 days before the Mexican invaders finally overtook them. For Texans, the Battle of the Alamo became a symbol for the resistance to oppression and their struggle to become independence, which they won later that year. And it is today, at the Alamo, a no selfie zone. Number 5, the Oceanfront of Mumbai. Mumbai is one of the most densely populated cities in the world and is located along the coastline of the Arabian Sea. There seems to be a thrill-seeker selfie phenomenon going on in Mumbai along the waterfront. Recently, one person was struck by a train, and there's been a number of deaths related to selfies from drowning. So in order to stop these deaths, there's parts of the oceanfront that there are no selfie zones. Number 6, the US Pentagon. The Pentagon is the headquarters of the United States Department of Defense. It is located in Arlington, Virginia, which is very close to Washington, D.C. The building is in the shape of a pentagon. It has 7 floors and 23,000 people working in it. The Pentagon is the biggest office building in the world. But in any place in the building, you can reach another spot within 7 minutes. Due to the sensitive nature of the information that exists in that building, the Pentagon is a no selfie zone. Number 7, the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal is a mausoleum located in India in the city of Agra. It was built between 1631 and 1653 under the command of Shah Jahan in order to shelter the tomb of his wife. It has become a symbol of true love and passion. And, due to it being disrespectful to the dead to take selfies at their tomb, the Taj Mahal is a no selfie zone. Number 8, the Statue of David. The Statue of David is possibly the most famous sculpture created by Michelangelo. It was created over a 13-year period from 1501 to 1504. The sculpture itself stands almost 17 feet tall and is now a part of the Academia Gallery. Due to the copyright issues, the Academia Gallery bans all photos of the sculpture, including, you know it, no selfies. Number 9, the Van Gogh Museum. The Van Gogh Museum is an art museum in the Netherlands. It has the world's largest collection of the works of the Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh. It features masterpieces such as Sunflowers, The Potato Eaters, Almond Blossom, and The Bedroom. In order for you to enjoy the museum without someone hitting you in the head with a selfie stick, the Vincent van Gogh Museum has a no selfie policy. Number 10, Buckingham Palace. Buckingham Palace is the English Queen's official and main royal home in London. It has been the official London residence of the monarchy since 1837. Queen Victoria was the first monarch to live there. When the Queen is home, you can see her royal flag flying above the palace. The flag is called the Royal Standard. And because the Queen does not like a bunch of strangers taking selfies in her house, the palace is a no selfie zone. But you can take selfies over at her garden. Number 11, the Valley of the Kings in Egypt. If you're touring Egypt, you'll likely visit the Valley of the Kings, which is located on the Nile's west bank near Luxor. During Egypt's New Kingdom, which was from 1539 to 1075 BC, the valley became a royal burial ground for pharaohs, queens, and other elites. Before the Valley of the King, the pharaohs built great pyramids in which they were buried. Photography is against the law in the valley, which means the Valley of the Kings is a no selfie location. Number 12, the Presidential Palace in the United Arab Emirates. The United Arab Emirates is a federation of 7 states that has grown into one of the Middle East's most important economic centers. Before oil was discovered in 1950s, the UAE's economy was dependent on fishing and a declining pearl industry. But since oil exports began in 1962, the country's society and economy have been transformed. The palace cost $490 million to build. But if you take a selfie at the palace, you will enjoy a nice UAE jail, because the Presidential Palace in the United Arab Emirates, it is illegal to take a selfie. Number 13, the Eiffel Tower. If you're planning a romantic getaway to Paris, don't think about posting a selfie in front of the Eiffel Tower after dark. Due to the evening light show on the Eiffel Tower, which was installed by Pierre Bedeau in 1985, the tower actually goes from a monument to an artistic display and is protected by copyright. So if you take a quick selfie, you're breaking the copyright law. So in the evening at the Eiffel Tower, it is illegal to take a selfie. Number 14, the Tower of London. Many tourists flock to the Tower of London to see the famed crown jewels. The jewels are protected by a bomb-proof glass and are kept under a watchful eye of guards. In addition to the guard, there are approximately 100 security cameras. And no one is allowed to take pictures of the jewels in the tower. Take a picture of the jewels, go to jail. The Tower of London is definitely a no selfie zone. Well, I hope you learned something, and thanks for watching.